Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the final ever 6 episodes of Build the Terminator.
The Terminator, week by week, built the T-800, the killing machine that defined a generation. Easy to build with high-quality metal components. You can control sound, lights, articulated limbs, and LED eyes, and explore the Terminator universe. Build the Terminator, issue 1, just $1.99.
So welcome back everyone, and today is Judgment Day basically. I've held off from doing any videos because I was waiting for 119 and 20, the final two, and they came yesterday finally. Obviously, as we know, subscribers for Hachette have been royally mugged off throughout the build, and people who've had newsagent subscriptions or did the Agora, which my ad started after Hachette finished before, so we're not very happy about that. It's a lesson learned. I probably won't subscribe again to Hachette, but we'll see what else they've got coming in the future. Anyway, so today I'm going to split up into 3 videos. I'm going to work on 115 and 116 first, and obviously all the way up to 120. Just want to quickly show what we're going to do. So today we're going to fix the speaker to the base, and also a couple of accessories, and also one of the supporting parts of the base underneath. In 116 we're going to fix another 2 backing panels to the base, obviously just for support, and then after that we'll move on to the others, which are getting quite exciting. Now, I've done quite a few mods in the last couple of days. Obviously, as you saw in the last video, I did the base mod. I've also now finally painted the other accessories that came with the Terminator, like the bones and stuff, which you'll see once I pan out onto the actual base itself, so you can see what I've done. It's all complete. Everything's been modded. I've got extra metal parts, I've got extra bone parts, I've got bullets, I've got teeth. You know, I really have gone to town, and I'm really hoping that you guys like it just as much as I'm gonna like it with the finished product. So anyway, let's get started. Alright, so just quickly before I actually show you the parts we're going to use, just want to show you some of the mods that I've done to the base. So I've got a CPU chip there, courtesy of Partworks Upgrades from Ian. I've got some random teeth which I'll probably dot around the base. There's one of the skulls that I modded and I've broken up so the Terminator can stand on it. I've obviously got random empty shells from bullets as well. There's a part of the leg there from the Terminator which I've added some nuln oil to, so obviously that's much darker and dirtier look. Then you've also got the vertebra there, so you can see that I've painted that with the original mod from the other way. I've also got a picture of Sarah Connor there, so that's quite nice. Everyone likes the Polaroid of her. A couple of people have done that. And then moving along, you can see I've got a face plate there for the Terminator, and obviously with one of his eyes out. Again, I've painted that with nuln oil. Got a little Sarah Connor's University card there, so I don't think anyone's got that. I think that one's a bit more rare. That's quite cool. So I got that and the actual picture of Sarah from someone on eBay in America, so they shipped over, so that's quite nice. And then moving down, you can see I've got another part of the cranium from the Terminator, so that's been darkened up as well. Nice dirty look. Obviously I've done the original skull here, which covers the switch for the Terminator base in the same colour as all the other skulls I've worked on. I've got more to the side, but I don't want to make the base too busy because obviously there's only so much that can fit on there. But that's how it's looking for now, and obviously you can see the finish here of my base, which came out really nice on the mod. Okay, so as always, just going to run through the parts for both issues here. So starting on 115, this is the actual speaker. So that's what we're going to be using for the sound, obviously. Then you've also got the switch set up here. So it's the switch and the cable. These little details here, they're just details of the base assembly. Don't really know what they are. Most people seem to think they're bone. But, you know, I'm just going to put them on. It won't be till this issue, by the way. It's going to be used in the next one. And then also you've got your first backing part for the base assembly, with also some screws. So in the screws we've got quite a few. So we've got 5 3x6mm PB screws with 1 spare, and 5 2x4mm PB screws with another spare. All you need for this issue is a screwdriver and obviously the base. So 116, we're going to be fitting 2 more additional panels to the base. This one here is actually the circuit board cover, and it's quite heavy, so it's the heaviest heaviest of all those backing panels. All you need for that is just, again, some glue for this one. The base, of course, unused parts from the last one, these parts. And for screws wise, just got a couple there. So you've got the 5 PB3 x 6 millimeter screws there. Okay, so part step 1 to 3 for issue 15. So taking the switch with just the wire, you're going to take the skull up. So we move out of the way, and you'll see there that there's the hole for it to actually go through. So you're just going to thread the wire through, and then obviously just pull that switch through so it sits in there nicely. So I'm just going to push that through. Just make sure it's nice and snug. There you go. So that's clipped in there. So that's that part. Now what you're going to do, you're going to switch it, turn it round. So obviously being careful because there's still a few parts that are kind of loose, I guess. Just so you can actually see the circuit board itself, which is there at the back. Okay, so I've spun it around so you can see it from your perspective. So these 3 parts here at the top, when you're looking down, that's where the actual switch wants to go into. So it's going to go into this one here. So I'm just going to push that through now. So be careful. There we go. So that's slotted in nicely. And that's that part for step 4. Okay, so for steps 5 and 6, you're going to take the speaker ring and you're going to put it over the speaker. So you'll see on this side there's a recess. So you're just going to thread that over, pull the wire through, and fix it onto there. Just be very careful with the wire itself and the connection so you don't break it, because otherwise you have to order another one and then wait for it. And as we know of Hachette, they're pretty poor when it comes to shipping stuff in. Okay, just want to note, by the way, that on part of the plastic ring, there's like a little gap. I don't know if you can see that, and that's obviously where it's going to allow that area there to sit in. So that's how you want it, with the raised notch there. So once you've done that, you'll see here, so this section here where you can kind of see the holes, that's where you're actually going to be putting the speaker over. So I'm just going to align that over, because you'll see that there's the corresponding screw holes with the pegs. So let's put that on there. And once that's in place, you're going to take 4 of your PB 2x4mm screws, that's the little silver ones, and you're going to screw it into place. So I'm just going to do one of those now, and then I'll skip ahead to the final part. Okay, so I had to spin it round because the wire wasn't actually reaching the point that I want. So obviously just make sure when you set it up, the wire's as close as it can be. Once you've done that, we're going to put it in the very top port there of the circuit board. So nice and simple. Then hopefully, when I actually test it out, there's not going to be a problem with any of these, because some of the guys have had some issues, I believe, with the circuit boards. So I'm hoping that mine is not going to follow suit. So that's that done, and that's that issue complete. Right, so steps 1 to 3 is where you actually glue these little parts on to the base. But I'll be honest, it's quite boring, dull. I don't even care, so I'm not doing that. I'm focusing on what's important and getting this base put together. So what you're going to do, you're going to take the back panel from the last issue that we didn't use. That's a component 115.6, and that's actually going to go over the area where the speaker is. So you will see there are a few holes. There's 4 in total, and it should align perfectly over like so. So if you see that like that, thread over nicely. And what you're going to do now is just take 4 of those screws from the previous issue. So they are the PB 3x6mm screws. So I'm just going to secure those into place, and then I can add on the other back panel from this issue. The actual circuit board cover will not be added on until the next issue. So that's the heavy panel. Okay, so just doing the other side now, and you'll see here that there are the corresponding pegs for the holes. So I'm just going to align that over, double checking the orientation. So it's like a jigsaw, as you can see. That will slot in nicely, hopefully. There we go. And then once I've done that, again with the same screw, so it's the PB 3x6mm screws, We're going to secure those into place, and that is those issues done for today. So I'm just going to secure the first one, and then I'll show how it's looking once it's done. Okay, so there we go. We now have the speaker installed underneath the felt support, and the first two sections of those underlay parts have been completed. So that's 115 and 116 complete. Okay, so that's 2 down, 4 to go for the hasta la vista moment for the Terminator. So today, like you just saw, we've done those parts for the back of the base, with obviously some new connections for the switch and also for the speaker. In the next two issues, so it's 117 and 18, we're actually going to fit the battery box into the base, and also one more backing panel there as well. And for 118, we're actually assembling the first half of the lower part of the stand, which is going to hold the Terminator, and also adding one more backing support. So obviously, sorry, on the last one it's the circuit board, and this one is the backing support. So we're edging very closely, and I'm getting super excited, as I'm sure you are, all my fans in watching all this time, because after 2.5 years it's nearly there. So hope you liked today's video, guys. If you did, as always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you soon.